Hi everyone, James Curtis here again, and just thought I'd do a quick training on how to set up a domain name and why I use them, etc. I've always believed a domain name is definitely the way forward, especially because it looks more professional. One, people remember the name better, and it looks a lot better. I mean, let me just quickly show you one of my adverts here. This is an advert that I created not so long ago. It's got one of my own domain names on it, bestpayplan.com. Got two domain names. One I use for the Rodney Stokes funnel, and one I use for the company's website. And the only problem is that they all seem to have long URL links because they're like a referral link or like an affiliate link, and they do look very unsightly, especially when it comes to if you wanted to put them in an advert. So obviously having a domain name, you know, you'll see here I've got bestpayplan.com. Just looks a lot more professional, looks a lot better, and people are going to remember it a lot more. And it was only the other day I was in the bank and I mentioned to the woman at the till, and I said she was just about to pay my money in. I said, "Cool, it's a lovely day out there, really nice and hot and sunny." She goes, "Yeah, and I'm stuck in here." And I said, "Have you ever thought about making money online?" And she says, "Oh God, every day." I said, "I'll tell you what, if you can remember this website, go and check it out. It's what I do online." And she goes, "Okay, what is it?" I go, bestpayplan.com. She goes, "Cool, that's nice and easy to remember." I said, "Yeah, bestpayplan.com." And so she wrote it down, and guess what, guys? She's one of my pre-enrollees. So that's how easy it is just to share what you're doing online if you've got a really good domain name and it's one that's nice and easy to remember. I've got two domain names. One's called bestpayplan.com and the other is called bestpayever.com. And like I say, one goes to the company website, one goes to the Rodney Stokes funnel. I also use them for the Hangouts. So when I'm sharing a link to the Hangout, I've got our weekly Hangouts. And I've just brought tonight, just before this video, I've just brought SBC Team Webinar. SBC Team Webinar. And I'm going to use that for this Hangout here, which is the SBC Power Team Hangout. And I've never liked the word Hangout. I just think it just sounds so lazy. But I know they're slightly different to a webinar as such. But I like the word webinar, so I'm going to actually go with webinar. That's why I called it the SBC Team Webinar.com. If you can, always try and get a .com domain if you can. It just looks so much nicer and it's much easier to remember. But so this is the link that we're concerned with. This link here, if you was to share that with someone in the high street, what's the chances of them actually remembering that? Pretty slim, right? So you want something that's easy to remember. Same goes for all your sites. Always have a domain name that someone's going to remember, and it just ends up making life a lot easier. So let's have a look how you would do this. The first thing I do is I go to Google. I don't actually go to GoDaddy at first, and GoDaddy is the domain that I always go with GoDaddy from all my domains, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But first of all, I don't actually go to GoDaddy. I go to Google. I type in a website address called Instant Domain. Hang on, let me just type it. Oh, Instant Domain Search. And you'll see it down here. So about 3 or 4 down, you'll see Instant Domain Search. I click on that. And this one's really quick, nice and quick and easy. So we're just going to type in, let's just type in for, SBC, I'm going to put in Team Hangout. Let's just see if that's available. Yes, it is actually available. SBC Team, oh, yeah, no, hang on, I spelled it wrong. Let's just quickly spell that right, Hangout. Let's just put that in right. Okay, so SB Team Hangout, it's actually available. SB Team Hangout. I just don't like that word Hangout. I just don't know why. And I know that a lot of people know what a webinar is and don't actually know what a Hangout is actually, if they've never heard of it. So I just like the word webinar. So I typed in SBC Team Webinar, and I brought that just before I started doing this video. So that's already in GoDaddy. But what we're going to do is we're going to just copy that. And the reason I don't like putting it into GoDaddy straight away, we're going to go to GoDaddy here. And if you haven't got a GoDaddy account, just register an account. It's all free to do. And just type in your domain name that we would like. Now let's just type this in. Let's go SBC Team Hangout, and we'll put a .com at the end of it. And let's see if it is available. Should be. Instant, yep, look, it's available. So SBC Team Hangout at the time of this video is actually available. I didn't actually go with SBC Team Hangout. I went with SBC Team Webinar. And I guess I could have gone for it, but look at the price, look, 99p. Can't beat that, can you? Real dirt cheap, really easy to do. And you just go to, you know, you'd select it and then you'd go continue to cart. You'd follow the cart. Just make sure you take it out for a year or two. I usually take mine out for a couple of years, sometimes a year at a time, and just keep it on renew, and it will automatically take the payment each year. But they're so cheap, guys. You just got to get, you know, yourself a really good domain name. Get rid of these ugly links that we keep using, or I keep seeing, and it's just definitely the best way to go. And if you've got a really good one when it comes to your adverts, and you'll find life a lot easier for when you actually want to tell someone where your website is and you're not actually online. You sort of bump into someone in the high street, a friend of yours, whatever. They're going to remember so much more. And once again, it does look much, much better. Let me just quickly show you another one. This is my signature file. So on my email, I've also got the same sort of design that I made for my Facebook profile, which says, you know, do you want to make money online? And the only difference is it hasn't actually got the web address on it, the domain. But don't you think that looks better? You know, bestpayplan.com. It just makes the advert look really much nicer, doesn't it, than an ugly long domain name that no one's going to remember unless they click on it. So yeah, definitely go with the domain name. This one's available. If I was to select it here and go to cart, I'll be able to buy that. Once you've bought it, you just need to go into here. If you scroll down, you'll see if you go to in your GoDaddy account, you'll just click on domains. You'll go to domain manager, and you'll come to this page here. You just scroll down, and I'm going to click on this one that I just bought earlier, SBC Team Webinar. And you can see I bought it on the 15th of the 8th. Sorry, it expires on the 15th of the 8th, 2017. And I'm just going to click on it now. So I'm going to go into that. And when it fires up the next page, all we're going to do is we're going to go down to where it says forwarding. We're going to click on manage. And what we're going to do is we're going to add forwarding. And we're just going to go back to this live hangout, and the live hangout, whatever it is, just make sure your SBC username is at the end, just like the Rodney Stokes funnel, same thing. Just make sure your username is at the end. Let me show you why. If you go down here, you click on the get instant access. You can see that it will go to my sign up page for SBCs for all my pre-enrollee, and you'll see my username at the beginning there. So it says jamescurtis.sbcpowerline.com, and you know, it's that is what you want it to say. So let's go back here. If we go and we copy this URL address, and we're going to copy that, and we're going to go back to our domain forwarding, and we're just going to paste it in here. We're going to get rid of the HTTP bit because we don't need that. And just make sure you select it on HTTP, not HTTPS. The S actually stands for a secure link. We don't want a secure link because we want everyone to see it. So we want HTTP. And this is the, like say, the link here. So it links to my own account. So I can use the same Hangout when, you know, send it to pre-enrollees and send it to people that are interested in joining the business, whatever. And it's a great tool, you know. Always use the Hangouts and the webinars, and you know, anything that's got people talking and chatting on there, that sort of sharing their stories, tips and ideas and stuff. It's very powerful stuff. So now go down to here where it says forward settings, and then what you want to do is you want to select forward with masking. And what the masking will do is it will hide the ugly URL address. I call it ugly. It's not ugly as such, but it's actually long-winded, and you don't really want that showing. You know, you want it so it just says. It's going to actually say SBC teamwebinar.com. That's all it's going to say. And in the title, I'm going to put in here SBC Team Webinar. And that is so it will actually show up in the tab here. If you can see here, it says SBC Powerline. Here it says Welcome to the Live Power Team. And you can see here it says GoDaddy name. Well, whatever you've got in the title here is what will show up in the tabs. So it's just nice to have a title. And in the description, I'm just going to put in Team Webinar. So that will do, and I'm just going to add that now. Now that's going to be added. I'm going to save that, Now, it will take a while to propagate. It usually takes anything up to 24 hours, but usually it's done very, very quickly. Now, if I just quickly go to, let's quickly go to back to Google, and we'll just quickly, I don't know if we need Google. No, we'll just put it in the top here. Now, it won't be live quite yet. Let me just type it in, www.sbc team webinar. It might not be live just yet, but let's have a look. SBC team webinar. Oh, it is. It's live. It's live already. It didn't take long, did it? So look at the top here. It says, now it says SBC team webinar. See, so looks a lot nicer. It's a lot easier to remember. And if you ever email that out and put the link in an email, just look how much nicer that looks, SBC team webinar, and how much more professional it looks as well. Now, your link is still there. If we go to the source file and we look at the code here, you'll see that the link is still there. So, you know, that is your hyperlink. Oh, let me just quickly go back. This is your link here. So it's still there. It's just that we're using a different content. And if we go back to the tab here, can you see what it says in the tab here? Can you see it says SBC team webinar? So it looks so much more nicer, doesn't it? So much more professional. And the webinar, you know, the actual address is a lot more, a lot better for you. You could actually put that in an advert. And if you had it in an advert and, or, you know, like a post on your group or something like that, it just looks so much nicer, SBC team webinar, than it does on that ugly link or that ugly URL, you know, referral links. When it comes to your adverts, like I said before, you know, it really does make a big difference. You know, an advert like this, bestpayplan.com, looks much, much better than an advert that's got a really long, laboriously long domain name, so, or URL. So you definitely want to get domain names. Like I say, very easy to do. Just quickly, you know, you'll go into GoDaddy, you'll put in the search here of what domain you would like. If it comes up in the search that it's available, this one at the time of this video is actually available. So if you want this one for your, you know, the SBC team hangout, grab it quickly, because it's not going to be long and this is going to be gone. So sbcteamhangout.com. You would then continue to cart. You would obviously select it and then continue to cart, go and buy the domain. You would then go to where it says managing domains and manage your domain, and you'll select the domain. And in my case, it would be SBC Team Webinar. You would then scroll down and you would click on forwarding, and you would just basically do what I've just shown you. So I hope this helps. That's how you do it. It's very, very simple to do. It's very quick to do. And like I say, it looks a lot more professional. Hope this helps, guys. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.